Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. In this game, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Chicago Bulls at United Center. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline. And Greg, looking at the standings early on in this season, what would you tell teams that have gotten off to a rough start?
That it's a marathon and not a sprint. There's no reason to panic and look to make big changes yet. Plenty of time to come together and right the ship. And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Williams looking over the floor. Allen finds Williams. Lets the three fly. Hill pulls it in. Here's Marbury. He's guarded by Williams. And it's Marbury missing.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
It's Williams with the drive. Over Marbury. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
What a smooth stroke. You expect that good-looking shot to go in every time.
Pass to Carter. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Misses in close. And Joe Allen will bring it up now for the Pistons. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Fought extremely hard to win that game. They were exhausted, you could tell, but you could see what that win meant to them at the end of overtime.
Well, you could see that the emotions were just raw after that one, and you could expect it. I mean, when you give of yourself that much and come out on top, that's a great feeling.
That shot off the mark. The Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And it's Hill penetrating. And the rejection by Bradley. And here is Williams. Pass to Allen for 3. Drills it from outside.
Allen is lights out as a three-point shooter. Love how fast his release is. Staple gun quick.
Here's Marbury. Outside Hill. All alone. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Tipped away. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
How about the vertical of Hill? Outstanding. Rising up and ramming it home. Yes, sir.
Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Lamar Odom is checked in for Chicago. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for the Pistons. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Allen outside. Pass to Johnson. Detroit, no good that time either. Chicago leading. Marbury passes to Hill. Here's the teardrop. And he sinks the layup. Hill's got 6 points.
Grant Hill's so smooth, so skilled. Everything he does looks good when he does it, including that nice little floater.
Hill's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. Pass to Boozer. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Here's Marbury. No good with the triple. Pistons trail by 3. Johnson surveying the floor. Fires the 3. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Boy, Joe Johnson solid from behind the arc. Love when he's shooting it from there.
Here's Marbury. No scoring in this one. They set the screen. Bradley with some nice D. The Pistons have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Allen outside. Shoots the 3. Lamar Odom pulls it in.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Marbury, good.
Heads up play from Odom. Not trying to do it all himself, looking to move that ball.
Now here's Johnson. His last outing, 16 points for him. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Luol Deng is checked in for Vince Carter. And the Pistons making a change here as well. McKee's checked in for Carlos Boozer. Here's Marbury. Hill has the open look. Buries it from 3-point range. Hill's got 9.
And good to see Hill knocking down the long ball because that really will help his confidence.
McKee with it. Back to Johnson. Pocket 6. Launches it. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Hill looking it over. Here's Marbury. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. He has 5.
A confident and fearless three-point shooter. Marbury not afraid at all to take the long-range shots.
McKee for the triple. A shot that time, not on target. Chicago leading by 8. Pass to Hill. There's 25 seconds left here in the opening quarter. To the middle. Bulls moving the ball around. Urizon misses. Allen dishes to McKee, who is outside. sinks the three-pointer. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's Chicago as they end the first quarter on a 14-6 run. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Chicago.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
Now here's Odom after the miss from Joe Johnson. Here's Reeves, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Reeves has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Chicago. Dang against Red. Boozer with the screen for Red. Nice follow through on the fadeaway.
You don't see that too often, the fadeaway shot when he's wide open.
Outside Dang. Outside Hardaway. Inside. And there's Lamar Odom on the assist from.
Lamar Odom has the jumper in his book bag, but I want to see him at 6'10" doing that work inside.
Nene kicks to Red. From downtown, Odom grabs the board. And Odom's got the ball here for Chicago. 7-point differential. Dang against Red. Dang can't get it to go. The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Nene with the screen on Reeves. Red misses. The Bulls leading by 7. Stolen by Boozer. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Red against Dang. Now here is Red. D right on him. Nice D from Dang. Carter on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. Shoots it up. That's good on the jump shot. Carter's got the lead up to 9 now for the Bulls.
This shot definitely in Carter's wheelhouse. The defense has to be better guarding this.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Both teams will make substitutions. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Bounce pass from Williams. Johnson for 3. Hill pulls it in. Chicago leading by 9. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Detroit has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Rejected by Gasol.
Gasol does an incredible job getting his hands up in the air, which results in a ton of rejection.
And the Bulls making a change here. Odom's checked in, and the Pistons making a change here as well. Nene's checked in. Here's Johnson. Lewis on top. The 3. Traps in the tray. Lewis has got 6 points.
Talking about range, I tell you what, Lewis showing he's got the ability to knock down threes from different area codes.
And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Detroit making a switch here. Red's checked in. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Outside Williams, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there. Now Hill, 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Reeves. Stolen by Nene. Now Detroit moving it up. A floater, count the basket.
Gotta know where he is, especially when the break is on.
Chicago leading by 4. And here is Hill. Fires from the wing. That misses off the backboard.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Lewis misses. Bulls have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Here's Odom. And the call will be against Darren Williams. That's his first foul. Johnson, he's checked in for Michael Redd.
Team foul. Now into the lineup for the Pistons. Number 2, Joe Johnson.
There's 1:40 left to play in the first half. Gasol, a screen on Williams. Marbury passes to Hill. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Allen. And the basket by Hill. Hill's got 11.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Outside Williams. Allen outside. Takes the 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Odom's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And here's Hill for 3. Lewis grabs the board. Pistons trail by 6. Pass to Williams. Baseline J on the way. Reeves with the rebound. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Marbury. Pass to Gasol. Here's Reeves, and he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Outside Williams. Lewis outside. From past the arc. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 9. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as folks, we'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And you know, Grant Hill has been really making it happen, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Now here's Williams. Outside Boozer. Pass to Lewis. Just 5 on the clock. It's Allen on the wing. And another 3 for Detroit.
Just a nanosecond from touching the ball. Ray Allen ready to fire.
Chicago leading. Here's Marbury. Outside Hill. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Hill's got 14 points for the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Williams. Ball's knocked loose. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Here's Marburg. He's got 5. Pass to Hill. Shot clock at 6. 3-pointer. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
You know, Hill can turn it on so quickly. Once he buries a couple of quick shots, then that basket starts to expand.
Left side Williams. Outside Boozer. Ray Allen is on the way. Stolen by Carter. And the layup's good off the glass. Carter's got the lead up to 10 now for the Bulls.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Screen by Boozer. Williams passes to Allen. And another turnover here by Detroit. Now the Bulls with it. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Pass to Gasol. Here's Marburg. Here's Mirazon, guarded by Bradley. Mirazon gets the bucket. And now a 12-point Bulls lead. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And Williams, here we go. Over Marburg. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Outside Hill. From outside the arc. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Pistons trail by 10. Outside Williams. Pass to Lewis. The tray. Mirazon the rebound. Mirazon's got 4 rebounds in this game. Marbury passes to Hill. Here's Marburg. Six on the shot clock. Rebounded by the Pistons.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Outside Williams. Puts one up from 19. A rebound by Gasol. Here's Chicago. They're on a 10-2 run here. Here's Marburg. He has 5. This all setting the pick for Hill. And again, Chicago. No good. Lewis outside. Pass to Boozer. Lewis dishes to Williams. Fires the 3. A rebound by Gasol. The Bulls leading by 10. Carter kicks to Hill. We've got 1:23 left to play here in the third. And the rejection by Bradley. Here's Mirazon, guarded by Bradley. Urizon misses.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Here's Williams. Williams missing again. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Hill with it. Now guarded by Bradley. Pass to Gasol. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Gasol screen. Carter inside the three-point line. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Carter's got the lead up to 12 now for Chicago. And it's Williams with the ball for Detroit. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. And here is Allen. Takes a three. Detroit, no good that time either. 27 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Carter, the pass to Marbury. Back to Carter. Lewis grabs the board. Here's Allen. The shot will not fall. And so it's the Chicago Bulls up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The Bulls leading by 12. Outside Hardaway. Odom on the wing. Guarded by Red. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
It's going to be on Michael Red.
When Odom uses his length inside like that, it's really hard to contest him without fouling.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. Pistons trail by 13. Williams kicks to Johnson. Outside Lewis. And Marbury pulls it down.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Here's Reeves. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum. That is his shot, guys. So you can't just give it to him. You've got to get up on him and get into his airspace there.
And against Odom. Reeves with the screen on Red. Here's Odom. Up and in from the low block. And the Bulls lead by 14.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Red kicks to Lewis. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
And slam dunk by Odom.
And what energy from Odom, just outworking the defense right there.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Timeout, Pistons.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Bradley's checked in for the Pistons. Bulls on defense. Lewis a screen on Hardaway. The three from Johnson gets the three-pointer to fall.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Now here's Odom. Gasol setting the pick for Odom. Over Red. Shot by Odom, no good. Pistons trail by 13. Lewis on top. Outside Williams. Offensive rebound. Another shot, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, Rashard Lewis, a true shooter. He knows his game so well and really focuses on finding buckets for his team.
Hill, he's checked in for the Bulls. Carter comes in for Hardaway. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Detroit. Allen comes in for Joe Johnson. Here's Marbury. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And the basket by Hill.
Gets the ball and takes that shot. It's that simple.
And so it's Detroit with the ball. They trail by 14. Here's the floater. Good on the bucket. And it's 6 points for Williams. Chicago's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Outside Hill. To the inside. Gasol. Bradley with some nice D.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now here's Williams. Outside Lewis. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Gasol's got 6 rebounds. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Hill's got 22.
Inside Hill can be a problem finding a way to get around the defense and score the ball.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. It's a 14-point game. Pass to Lewis. A 3-ball. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Lewis has got 5 points now this quarter.
And talk about aggressive. He did not hesitate for a second off the catch.
For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. We've got 1:48 left in the 4th quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Carter. To Marbury. Now here is Hill. Gasol trying to free himself up. Hill, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now here's Lewis. Off target from outside.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to brain it in down the stretch here.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Bulls.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And you always hope to take charge of a season series by winning that first game. This will put them up 1-0. 3 games left still to play this year against the Pistons.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Hill.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
And Chicago has possession after the missed 3 from Deron Williams. Here's Marbury. The offensive rebound. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Alden, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening. It's Saturday night and live on 2K Sports. We've got the excitement of the NBA for you tonight. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. Right, we could be in for a low-scoring game, considering this is a matchup of two defensive-minded teams.
Yeah, and Kevin, I know for casual fans, low-scoring games might seem unexciting, but if you watch carefully, great defense is really fun to watch. So I'm pretty excited.
From deep, inside, outside, all levels, Kobe can flat out get it done.
Here's Parker. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Here's Strickland. Kirilenko with a screen on Parker. And here's Kobe from the arc. The rebound by Garnett. And so it's Garnett who brings up the ball for the Hawks. It's a three-point game. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the two-game season series from last year.
And, you know, they might not be in the same conference, but as with any top team, they want to show they can compete with the best teams out of conference, too.
Here's Strickland. Pass to Kirilenko. Sabonis' screen on Smith. And there's Sabonis. That's good on the assist by Kirilenko.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Parker. The Knicks making the shot. And here's Bogut. McGrady with the ball. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Moving that ball crisply when he sees an open teammate. Boom! It's out of his hand.
For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Bryant.
You try to contest the shot, but at 7'6", it's almost impossible.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And at the charity stripe a season ago, he didn't miss many, 90% on the year.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
Now here's Parker. Last time, 14 points for him. Garnett outside. Fires from 18. The shot by McGrady, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And Bryant is right there.
Good awareness that time to put the shot right back up before the defense could react.
Parker kicks to McGrady. Garnett, the screen. The three. A shot by McGrady, no good. For New York, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Bryant looking around. Now against McGrady. 4 on the shot clock. Bryant, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Kobe's got 7 points.
Kobe knows exactly what he's doing. Clever, crafty. He's able to disrupt the defense and get what he wants.
Parker sets the screen for McGrady. The Hawks again can't hit.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Here's Strickland. Pass to Sabonis. It's Kobe Bryant on the wing. Kobe can't get that one to fall.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
It's picked off. Down low. It's stolen by McGrady. Over to the wing. Sabonis with the steal. Floats it up for Bryant. And Kobe throws it down.
Boy, terrific timing on that connection right there. Well done both ways.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. Gerald Wallace, he's checked in for the Hawks. Livingston comes in for Parker. Well, it was the Hawks winning their last game against the Raptors. Livingston finds Bogut. Hawks passing it around. Can they get it? And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on Kirk Heinrich. Greg, we know it's still early in this season, but how significant is it for a team to have a hot start to the season or a cold start to the season?
You know, I think it can give some indication of their overall strength. But, Kevin, so much can happen in the course of a season. Don't go judging these teams just yet.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
There's a minute 47 left to play in the first. Bryant has the open look and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Kobe's got 11 points.
Bryant demonstrating how confident he is, because to me it looks like he feels he can score whenever he wants to.
Garnett with a screen on Heinrich. Here's Livingston and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Not today, he says. How about that block?
Kept alive.
Well, that's just a heads-up play. Kobe doing a really good job drawing the foul and still getting the shot off.
The Knicks shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
The first one falls. So for the Hawks, Okafor is checked in for Bogut. And Parker subbed in for Tracy McGrady. Both free throws good from Bryant.
The competitiveness and tenacity of Kobe Bryant are really something to behold. He never seems satisfied with his own play, always trying to get a little more out of himself.
Now here's Livingston. Here's Garnett. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. He's got 5.
He got a little fancy with the fadeaway on that one.
There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. The three from Bryant. Rebound by the Hawks. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They found their rhythm and kept piling it on. And a huge boost of confidence on the road for sure.
And getting fouled in the act. Not only do you get to the line, but you also tag him with a personal.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
You know, guys, when you look at those numbers last year for him, I think it does affect how much you're willing to go after contact, because you're a little fearful of getting to the foul line unless you're in the and one situation. Too many trips to the line when you shoot it as poorly as he does actually can hurt you.
Okafor with the screen on Heinrich. There's Parker with the 3. Here's Okafor, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. He beat the buzzer.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, they want to get the call right, and the league is taking steps to speed the process with the Replay Review Center and Secaucus queuing up the footage for the official.
And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Knicks as they end the first quarter with a massive 16-7 run. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Pass to Smith. Lobbed up there for Howard. Stolen by Robinson. Here's Livingston. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
And if you want to score in the NBA, it's not easy. You have to make those tough contested shots like that one.
New York leading by 4. Here's Smith. Here's Anderson, covered by Okafor. And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Smith.
Oh, the focus from Anderson, not allowing the defense to distract him.
And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Six to shoot. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Wallace misses.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Smith, the pass to Anderson. Back to Smith from the arc. Knocks down the 3-ball. And now it's a 9-point Knicks lead.
And just so sure of himself, like he just knew that was going in.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Garnett, he's checked in for Robinson. Smith comes in for Emeka Okafor. Johnson, he's checked in for Gerald Wallace. And it's Martin in for Sean Livingston. And then for New York, Sabonis comes in for Chris Anderson. And Kirilenko's subbed in for J.R. Smith. Parker with him. Sabonis defending. Back to Parker. Johnson, the pass to Martin. Hawks passing it around. And Smith gets double teamed. Kicks it out to Garnett. Shot clock at 5. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Garnett's got 7 points.
The height of Garnett's release makes it so hard to cover and opens up options for him offensively.
New York leading by 7. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Sabonis' screen on Parker. Strickland passes to Sabonis. Clock at 6. New York needs to get off the shot. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
The Knicks have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Pippen, the pass to Strickland. Out to Kirilenko. Here's Strickland. Still without a basket. Over Parker. And it's Strickland missing. Here's Garnett. And it's Kirilenko with the rebound. The Knicks with the lead. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Outside, Sabonis. And it's Pippen in the corner. Over Martin. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Pippen's got the lead up to 11 now for New York. Gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Johnson outside. Garnett with a screen on Kirilenko. Here's Johnson driving inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First team foul.
That's on Dwight Howard.
Larry Johnson, such a powerhouse of a player. I mean, look at how well built he is. I mean, the athleticism to go with that physique. Boy, he can really beat you up with his physicality.
That's good from Johnson. So for the Hawks, McGrady comes in for Martin. And Miller's subbed in for Tony Parker. And both free throws good for Johnson. There's 1:59 left in the first half of the game. Smith against Sabonis. Garnett with the block.
An infinite reach, it seems. The wingspan of Garnett is just amazing.
Got 4 points now in the quarter.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Heinrich outside. Pass to Bryant. And here's Sabonis. Covered by Smith. Shot clock at 6. Back to Sabonis. Lets it go with the 3. It's hauled in by McGrady. 1:02 left to play here in the second quarter. Garnett in the post. Started by Howard. McGrady outside. Pass to Garnett. Smith outside. Now Miller. Johnson surveying the floor. Here's Garnett. Drilled from 11 feet out. Garnett's got 11 points.
Just a knockdown shooter. Garnett so good with the ball in his hand.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Howard with the screen on McGrady. Kobe can't hit. Hawks have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Miller outside. Smith with a screen on Heinrich. Here's Miller. That shot, no good. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Knicks. They lead by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, he's been everywhere.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Parker sets the screen for McGrady. Pass to Bogut. And here's Garnett. Smith sets the pick for McGrady. Shoots over Kobe. A shot by McGrady, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Strickland. Still yet to score. Yao with a screen on Garnett. Strickland misses the 3.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Garnett kicks to Smith. Now here's Garnett. Not a lot of room. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
And so far, Garnett has dominated this game, getting to his spots and executing.
Here's Strickland, covered by Parker. For New York, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
At the line for the Knicks, Ron Strickland. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And Strickland really good at both ends of the court. He's a really good passer, a creative scorer, and a pretty crafty defender, too.
The Hawks shooting 43% for the game. Smith left side. To the paint. Here's McGrady, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Sabonis, the pass to Kobe. Offline with his 3. And so it's Garnett who brings up the ball for the Hawks. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. A shot by McGrady, no good. The Knicks leading by 3. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Outside, Sabonis. 5 on the clock. And here's Kobe from the arc. Good on the 3-point shot. Bryant's got 16 points.
Over the course of the game, they're trying to get Kobe shots from everywhere on the court.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Kobe Bryant really making a difference here.
Well, you know, he's destroying them right now, guys. This defense has to make an adjustment to try and cool him off.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Parker passes to Bogut. Back to Parker. Lets it go from the wing. He gets it in there. Parker's got his second basket.
Parker wasting no time off the pass. Quick decision, quick results.
Here's Strickland. Outside, Kobe. There's the three. And again, New York with the triple.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Parker kicks to Garnett. Jacks up a three. Good on the triple. He's got 16.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Pass to Bryant. Here's Strickland. From deep. Rebound by Smith.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
When Kevin Garnett gets that ball anywhere close to the rack, he's going to throw it down.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Garnett against Sabonis. Outside Bryant. Three-pointer. What a shooter! What a shooter! Kobe Bryant.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Parker passes to Garnett.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Back to Parker. Garnett with the screen for Parker. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Kirilenko the pass to Strickland. 1:41 left to play in the third. Outside Bryant lets it go from deep. Again, the miss by Bryant. Hawks have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
A minute 20 left here in the third quarter. Here's Strickland. Pass to Kirilenko. Screen by Sabonis. The shot by Kirilenko, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
McGrady against Bryant. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. They've led by as many as 11 points. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. It's up a three. They grab their own miss. Pass to Strickland. 26 seconds left in the third quarter. Back to Bryant. Hits the three-point bomb. Kobe's got 12 points here in the second half.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Matching it with a three of his own. Let's see if we can get another one.
Screen by Sabonis. From deep three-point land. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Kobe Bryant getting it done for the New York Knicks. And with his work in that quarter, he has 5 three-pointers in the game now. Quite a showing from long range. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for New York. 3-point lead. Off target with his three.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Pass to Miller. Garnett dishes to Smith. Hawks passing it around. Miller, no luck.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
Pippen, the pass to Sabonis. Five to shoot. Pippen for three. Rebound by the Hawks. Smith's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Miller surveying the floor. Smith the pass to Livingston. Looks for Garnett. He gets it to him. Over Heinrich. And Garnett misses. The Knicks leading by 3. Pippen outside. Pass to Sabonis. This one for 3. For rebound by Garnett. Garnett's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And the Hawks making a change here. Okafor's checked in. Lobbed up there for Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Timeout, Hawks.
Fans, make some noise for your fantasy.
So for the Hawks, Andrew Bogut checked in for Okafor. Martin comes in for Gerald Wallace. And Larry Hughes is subbed in for Sean Livingston. Yao, he's checked in for the Knicks. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, the Hawks coach had some words for his team during the last timeout. Now, he's not happy with the perimeter defense. He told them we have to hustle more out to the three-point line because they look real comfortable out there now. I want you contesting every 3 they put up. We'll see if that intensity increases on D. Guys?
Thank you, David. The Knicks leading by 5. Heinrich, right side. And the rejection by Smith. And they're able to recover. Kirilenko kicks to Pippen. It's good from long range.
Three-point shooting, one of the strengths of Scottie Pippen's game.
So it's the Hawks now. They have yet to put up any points here in the 4th. Pass to Smith. Garnett with it. Defended by Sabonis. Garnett dishes to Smith. And the foul on Andre Kirilenko. That's his first foul. Tracy McGrady's checked in for the Hawks. Parker comes in for Larry Hughes. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Parker with a clean look. The Hawks again can't hit. The Knicks have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Strickland passes to Kirilenko. Outside Bryant.
The motor of Bryant never stops, even inside where he goes right at the beat.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
You know, they've been knocking down triples, too. They've continued to make the most of their opportunities from behind the arc as well.
And so he hits both. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Parker outside. Pass to McGrady. 6 on the shot clock. Garnett with a screen on Kobe. Good.
He's got all the shots. McGrady makes the mid-range look easy.
The Knicks leading by 8. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. There's the screen. Now here's Bryant. Trains it from beyond the arc. Kobe's got 5 points in the quarter.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident, too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Parker passes to Smith, and it's good on the assist by Parker.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Yao inside. McGrady covering. McGrady against Yao. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Wow, the raw talent and sheer height of Ming taking over on the interior.
Line for 2.
Shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 9.
Keep in mind with Yao, it's not all about size. He's a skilled player in a big body, and that's a lethal combination.
Timeout, Hawks. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. McGrady against Bryant. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from McGrady.
Like the size McGrady has inside. Fantastic at kind of angling his body there for the interior shot.
Knicks have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Hop pass to Bryant. It's deflected. Sabonis' shot is off. Gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here's Smith. Plays it up and banks it in.
And they'll take that all day. That's a high percentage look.
New York leading by 6. Sabonis' screen on Parker. 1:06 left in the fourth. Here's Strickland. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a deep 3. Offensive rebound. And Yao slams it in.
And his size is unreal. Ming with the easy board and bucket.
Timeout, Hawks. There's 49 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Smith, no luck. And so Bryant will bring it up for New York. They've led by as many as 11 points. Pass to Strickland. Outside Bryant for the 3. Rebounded by Bogut.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Out to Smith. Launches a 3. And Garnett misses. And so it's the Knicks with the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time. It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. And tonight, we've got the Seattle Supersonics playing against the Los Angeles Clippers here at the Staples Center. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. And one thing we expect to see tonight, a lot of points scored.
No doubt about it, Kevin. You know, great scores are on both sides in this ball game. And most of the time, you hear coaches and even analysts talk about defense is what's going to be key. But in a game like this, with so much firepower, it could come down to which team has the ball last.
And when your mechanics are as strong as Pierce's, putting up a quick shot is not that hard.
Hayden with the screen for Ginobili. Beyond the arc. Steve Nash pulls it in. And it's the Clippers ball. It's a three-point game. Outside, Pierce puts up a deep three. Rebounded by Manu Ginobili. And so it's Ginobili bringing it up now for Seattle. Pass to Miller over Nash. That one a little long. LA's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. It's Pierce with the drive.
You know, in so many ways, Paul Pierce is just remarkable. I mean, his skill level is so high. I mean, he can outsmart defenders and really has the mechanics to score the ball from anywhere.
The Clippers shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And up around 82% as a team a season ago. So they know how to make the most of those opportunities.
First free throw is good. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
I think it's a point of emphasis for this coach, getting to the line where you can pile up some freebies and set your defense.
Ginobili, the pass to Payton. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili.
The shot from Payton right now, so pure. Even without a lot of time to get set, he's able to make that one look so smooth.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Pass to LeBron. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And, you know, that kind of defensive effort not going to faze LeBron at all because he's resilient.
Now Miller. Here's the three. Drills the three-pointer.
Nice jump shot. Smooth and pure.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Pierce. It's out of bounds. Last touch by O'Neal. Pierce has gone 1 of 3 on the night. Payton surveying the floor. On the wing, Miller. And the foul on Paul Pierce. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Ginobili against Wade. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Miller. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's the pass to O'Neal. O'Neal is double. Here's down low. O'Neal's there. Here's Wade. Makes a big high bounce and goes in.
Wade can knock it down from any place on the floor now. He's got a really pure stroke.
Next trail by 3. Payton outside. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Payton gets free inside, doing a nice job. An athletic guard who has excellent creativity. He knows how to score in close to the hoop.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Nash, the pass to LeBron. Lays it up off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Not to be denied. What a play.
As this new season progresses, Clark, is it too soon to label any team the favorite to win it all?
I always hesitate to start labeling favorites at this juncture, but there obviously are teams that jump out at you. But there's still a long way to go, and I like to allow things to play out just a little more before I start locking in the favorite.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Here's to Jakovic. James outside.
2 minutes remaining in the
Pass to Nash. O'Neal a screen on Ginobili. Nash with no one around. And Jermaine O'Neal pulls it down. For Seattle, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Miller kicks to Ginobili. Here's Van Horn, covered by LeBron. Fires from deep. Van Horn, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now, here's Nash. Scoreless thus far. Stolen by Bosch. Here's Miller. Stojakovic against Ginobili. And he converts the layup.
Ginobili with terrific instincts that time. Beat everybody to the ball for the second chance opportunity.
The Clippers trail. Nash outside. On the wing, James. Back to Nash. Los Angeles with another miss.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Now here's James following the miss by Chris Bosh. And that one drops.
And just no fear from James, rumbling his way inside.
And it's the Supersonics with the ball. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
Ginobili with the steal. Tie game in Los Angeles. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Now here's Pierce after the miss from Tim Duncan. To the inside. Wallace. And the jam by Wallace.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
The Sonics trailing. Here's Zura. It's stolen by Davis. Plays it in off the breakaway. Davis has got his first 2 points.
Usually Davis is the guy starting the break, igniting it, but this time he's well positioned to finish this one off.
The Supersonics shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Pass to Van Horn. Here's Duncan. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Not easy amongst the trees to get that score, but he just stayed poised.
Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Los Angeles?
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away that the inside area is their territory.
And another thing coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
Yeah, the quiet intensity that Duncan brings, just incredible. He's a consistent force whose teammates really look up to him.
The shot by Pierce will not go.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Van Horn, the pass to Jefferson. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jefferson's got the lead up to 2 now for Seattle.
And at that three-point line, Jefferson can be a threat. He has gotten more accurate and confident as a shooter.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Driving the lane. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Paul Pierce.
Hey, when you see that opening, hey, you got to take it.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Seattle.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
Knocking down your freebies can help you get in a rhythm and stay there.
James checked in for the Clippers. And Seattle also making a change. Ginobili's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Los Angeles calls timeout. This game against Seattle is the first time they've met this year.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Exactly. Two top teams in the conference. They want to continue that success this season as they look long-term towards playoff seeding.
Here's James. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. LeBron's got 8 points.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Bosch kicks to Ginobili. Fires for 3. Stoudemire grabs the miss. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Timberwolves at Target Center. Fades and shoots. The kick out to Pierce. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. He has 7.
Yeah, and how about Pierce there? Immediately squares himself up from outside, always prepared to rise and fire.
Now here's Payton. Pass to Duncan. Clock at 6. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Too easy there for Duncan. I mean, he's got such balance and a high skill level, able to play through contact effortlessly.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
And the Clippers making a change here. Nash is checked in. And then for Seattle, Kemp's checked in for Bosch. And Miller's subbed in for Van Horn.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw, no good for LeBron.
So much hype has followed and surrounded LeBron all alone at the stripe. That's when the pressure might affect a player as young as him.
They get the rebound. Duncan, the pass to Miller. Here's Payton. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Clippers in the lead. Wade dishes to James. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Wade with it, picked up by Ginobili. Pass to Pierce. Back to Wade, stolen by Ginobili. Miller outside. Here's Kemp, and then Kemp slams it in.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Here is Nash after the basket by Seattle. And here's Pierce. Stoudemire setting the pick for Pierce. And a miss there on the triple. For Seattle, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Shots good by Miller.
And there aren't many players more reliable from three-point range than he is, especially when the D's playing off him like that.
Now here's Nash. Nothing on the board. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Seattle leading by 4. Pass to Miller. It's Ginobili on the wing. And here is Payton. There's the triple. And another 3 for Seattle.
That's a shot that Payton can occasionally make. I like whenever he looks to expand his range some, though.
And the Clippers call time here.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
O'Neal's checked in for Stoudemire. And the Supersonics also making a change. Jermaine O'Neal is checked in for Sean Kemp. .55 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Pierce. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And we know Pierce has the jumper, but you can also pound it inside with it.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 at the line here.
2 shots.
Shoot 2.
Throw good, Paul Pierce. Pierce hits 2. Seattle leading by 5. Miller outside. Back to Payton. Lets a floater go. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Shaq.
Payton doesn't mind a little contact now. Seems to embrace it when he's going in for his shot.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
Payton, a super vocal guy, constantly talking up a storm, always trying to get into the heads of the opposition.
And both free throws good for Payton. Clippers trail by 7. LeBron outside. 26 seconds left in the first half of basketball. 5 on the clock. From 18 feet away, it's hauled in by Ginobili. On the wing, Payton. Here's the 3. That one doesn't drop. And we finish one half of basketball. Sonics lead by 7. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Sonics leading by 7. Outside, Payton. On the wing, Miller. No one near him. And the shot falls short this time.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Supersonics ball.
The Supersonics shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Inside, stolen by Pierce. Nash against Payton. Nash outside. O'Neal finds Wade. He's looking for James and finds him. A kick out to O'Neal. There's Nash with the three. Good, and the assist goes to O'Neal. Nash has got the first basket of the second half. That one for Los Angeles. Payton outside. Pass to Duncan. Down low, out to Miller. Takes a three. Sinks the triple. Miller's got the lead back up to 7 now for Seattle.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Nash. James with it. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
This is how gifted LeBron is. This kid is tough and able to score through contact.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that.
Now, here's Payton. He's got 9. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Supersonics. Miller outside. They get it back. And that one's good. Duncan.
Solid job positioning and really good intensity and focus from Duncan that time to get to that second shot opportunity.
Pierce feeling it out a bit. Nash outside. 6 to shoot. The tray. Miller grabs the miss.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Pass to Payton. Back to Miller. Fires the three. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Looking confident on that jumper. You've got to be decisive to get that one off quick.
Now here's Nash. Wade outside. Pass to LeBron. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Love the fact the young fella LeBron James not backing down at all. Not afraid to go at anybody in this league.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. And he makes the first.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. Whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
Stoudemire, he's checked in for Wade. And Seattle also making a change. Van Horn, he's checked in for Payton. Now, here is O'Neal. Hasn't made one yet. Here's Ginobili. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Nice move by Ginobili inside, making his way around the...
Outside, Pierce. James against Miller. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Pierce. LeBron's got 17.
And he's in a nice rhythm offensively, filling it up with regularity.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the 3rd now. Ginobili kicks to Miller. Back to Ginobili. Duncan with a screen on Nash. It's Ginobili outside, and it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
James. Miller grabs the miss. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for Seattle. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Nash kicks to LeBron. Pass to Pierce. Over Van Horn. That's good, and the supersonic lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Paul Pierce.
And that's a tough bucket from Pierce. Looking past the D and just knocking down the contested J.
Seattle calls timeout for the Clippers. Wallace comes in for Shaq, and it's Peja Stojakovic in for James. Then for the Supersonics, Wash comes in for O'Neal, and it's Jefferson in for Manu Ginobili. Now here's Jefferson. Pass to Miller. Takes the 3. Rebound by Wallace. L.A. has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Stojakovic with the 3. It's rebounded by Richard Jefferson. Sonics leading by 7. 56 seconds left in the third quarter. On the wing, Miller. Over Pierce. The Sonics again can't hit. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Puts up a 3. And it's Seattle with the rebound.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Now here's Duncan. 7 points in the game. Miller with a wide open look. Miller with another miss. Clippers trail by 7.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Pierce good.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The Sonics on top, leading by 7. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The Clipper shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Wade outside. Wallace with a screen for Wade. And the 3 off target. Seattle leading by 7. Ginobili with the ball. Wade picks him up. Nice shot by Ginobili.
That shot is a staple in Ginobili's game. I mean, he's got excellent touch on those little floaters.
And here is Los Angeles now. Wade kicks to Stojakovic. He's looking for James and finds him. And it's sent back by Kemp. Ginobili the pass to Bosch. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Shoot 2.
And the first one drops.
Bosch, such a huge contributor, comes up big in so many moments.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Clippers trail by 11. Wade kicks to Stojakovic. Pass to Wallace. T-Wade on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wallace. And the foul on Amari Stoudemire. That's foul number 2 for him. Jefferson's checked in for Seattle.
First team. Checking in for Seattle. Number 13.
Sonics leading by 11. Ginobili outside from downtown. Rebound by the Clippers. James has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's Stojakovic missing. And Seattle shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Ginobili finds Payton. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. It's Ginobili on the wing. Outside Bosch. Back to Ginobili. The three. Good. It's Bosch picking up the assist. Ginobili's got the lead up to 14 now for the Sonics.
A very reliable shooter. Once Ginobili has the ball, you know what he's going to do with it.
The Clippers call timeout.
Coming onto the court is your
Yankees checked in for the Clippers. O'Neal's checked in for Seattle. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, D.A.?
Thanks, Kevin. The head coach of the Clippers had some harsh words for his team during the break. Now, his tone was pretty serious. He said, you guys need to prove you're in this. No one else can do it for you. Time to pour on the gas. We'll see if that fire gets lit, guys.
Thank you, David. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. That's going to send LeBron James to the line. That one on Jefferson. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Seattle.
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the arc this game, no doubt about it. Hard to defend such spot-on shooting.
And also, they took advantage of their quickness, got inside and blew through the open lanes. Great job of attacking the paint.
Pierce is checked in for the Clippers. Nash comes in for Peja Stojakovic. Sonics leading by 12. Here's Jefferson. Look out!
Jefferson can bounce now, and he's strong, capable of some ferocious throwdowns.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Pierce. Over Duncan. And he can't bank that one in. And so Miller will bring it up for the Seattle Supersonics. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Outside, Payton. Now here's Jefferson. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his 5th assist in this one.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Now here's Pierce. Right side, O'Neal. And it's sent back by O'Neal.
Doing a nice job defensively that time. O'Neal throwing that one in reverse.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Wallace is checked in. And a change for the Sonics. Ginobili's checked in. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now, here is Miller. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Miller's got 10 points in just the second half. Now Nash. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Pierce wide open. He fires. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
An excellent jump shot. Pierce doesn't need a lot of room to get that off.
Sonics leading by 13. And here's Miller. Duncan with a screen on Pierce. And here's Miller outside. They get it again. Oh, and the jam by Duncan.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Clippers with the ball after the Sonics pick up 2. Pass to Pierce. Fires for 3. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. Nash has got assist number 5 here tonight.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
There's Miller with the three. Cans it from downtown. Miller's got 5 points now this quarter.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Supersonics.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You love to get an opponent figured out early, and you're going to be seeing them that often.
Seattle leading by 15. Payton kicks to Miller. Outside, O'Neal. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Now here's Davis. And there's the drive, and he can't jam it through.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face.
Jefferson on top, covered by Wesley. Shot clock at 5. Sura. Off target from three-point range. So we see the Sonics taking the W here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. Tonight, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs as they play against the Dallas Mavericks. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. Clark, tomorrow for you and I is our most favorite holiday, Thanksgiving. What are you going to be piling on your plate? I can see it right now in my mind's eye. You with a big smile enjoying every biteful.
Hey, one of the great gifts we have and joys in our world is eating. But I'm only going to stick with vegetables, Kev. I know you're going to go after all that bird and cranberry sauce and potatoes, and I know you'll be first in line for the dessert tray, too. I know how you roll, partner. Monster stuff inside from Chandler. Defense was tight, but it wasn't enough.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he's at 73% this year at the foul line. Adequate, but not spectacular.
And it's clear that's a change for the better from what he was able to do at the free throw line a year ago, guys.
That's good from Chandler.
A defensive anchor for this team. Chandler takes a lot of pride in grabbing boards, altering and blocking shots, and stifling shooters.
Now here's Kidd. Pass to Ilgauskas. And here's Jackson. Weber with it. Just 5 on the clock. Rebounded by Battier. To the middle. Here's Chandler, and Chandler throws it down.
When Chandler gets the ball near the hole, he knows what to do with it.
Kidd with it. He really played well in that last game against Golden State. Marion outside. Outside Jackson. Weber against Nowitzki. Just 5 to shoot. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Known as a pass-first player, that's who Jason Kidd is. He doesn't shy away from shooting off the catch when he has opportunities.
Arenas kicks to Terry. Battier outside. Nowitzki outside. And the 3 ball is good.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Weber. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
And here's Kidd from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and causing a lot of turnovers, because you well know means cashing in on those opportunities, which really can put a team in a bad way in a hurry.
Arenas' shot is good.
And you have to honor the three-point shooting of Arenas, a big-time scorer who's shown the consistency from beyond.
Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Terry against Kidd. Pass to Weber. Pocket 6. Back to Jackson. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Connects from 3-point range. Kidd's got 5 now.
This is huge for Kidd's confidence. When he's dialed in from deep, his offense is especially dangerous.
Battier outside. Now here's Nowitzki. Terry looking over the floor. Nowitzki sets a screen for Terry. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Spurs trail by 4. Pass to Jackson. Outside Kidd. Back to Jackson. Marion a screen on Arenas. Here's Jackson. And the first shot of the night for him missing. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Fires the three. And Arenas gets it to go on the assist by Terry. Arenas has got his second bucket.
Arenas with that shoot.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
You know, the defense had no answer for him. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
A different look now for San Antonio. Joe Smith, he's checked in for Marion. And Bibby subbed in for Jackson. Morning's checked in for the Mavericks. Our test comes in for Shane Battier. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Artest. Lots of room. And he hits the jump shot.
Hey, you don't often see the quick release from Artest, but that time he showed it to you.
Here's Bibby. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Here now is Weber. Launches it. And Mike Bibby hits from deep.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Terry the pass to Artest. Morning against Weber. As out of bounds, the Mavericks able to retain possession here. Shot clock at 6. Outside Terry. The rebound by Ilgauskas. Spurs trail by 6. And here's Bibby. Pass to Kidd. Weber outside. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
The mix of size and athleticism that Chris Webber has allows him to beat the defense right there.
Now Morning. Dallas moving the ball around. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And the first one at the line is good.
Arenas, boy, I tell you, is one of the most confident and explosive scores in the game. A shoot-first point guard who will let it fly at any time and do real damage with the ball in his hands.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Leitner's checked in for Ilgauskas. Jackson comes in for Weber, and it's Crawford in for Jason Kidd. And both free throws good for Arenas.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Outside Jackson. Crawford up top. Back to Jackson. Pass to Bibby. Screen by Smith. Bibby misses. Mavericks leading by 6. Outside Artest. Nowitzki for 3. And it's Leitner with the rebound. For San Antonio, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Jackson misses.
The defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Deflects the pass. He lobs it up. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
Number 18, Steve Francis.
Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. Launches it from deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 6. And we'll get going after this from AT&T Center. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Dallas.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And I really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
Now here's Crawford after Ron Artest's miss. Deep 2 from Bibby. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Bibby's got 5 now. Mavericks leading by 4. Here's Francis coming off a stellar performance against Philadelphia. No good from Turkoglu.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Here's Jackson. Back to Bibby. Smith with a screen on Turkoglu. Bibby misses.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he.
Francis. Basket is good. The assist from Turkoglu. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Oh, nice to see Francis knocking down the triple. They need more of that from him.
Crawford, no one around him. From outside, off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And it's good. 2 points. Turkoglu's got the lead up to 9 now for Dallas.
Sees his teammate, delivers an accurate pass. Excellent teamwork.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Start it.
Spurs making a change here. Marion's checked in, and Dallas with a change here too. Shane Battier is checked in for Turkoglu. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. No one covering. Bibby's got 5 points now in the quarter.
If you don't want to get burned from behind the arc, you've got to chase Bibby off the three-point line.
Dallas leading by 6. Into the lane. Francis passes to Artest. Fires from deep. Another 3 for Dallas.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Bibby. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Bibby is an active scorer, one who is skilled at drawing the D's hand.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the game.
Mike Bibby taking 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
And, you know, one of the things you like about Bibby, he's energetic at the point guard spot and can light you up with his jump shot. This guy is really solid.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Curry comes in for Leitner, and it's Kidd in for Smith. And both free throws good for Bibby. And it's Terry with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Battier outside. Back to Terry. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Terry's got the lead up to 9 now for Dallas.
At a size disadvantage, clearly, but Terry still found a way to make it work.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Marion against Nowitzki. Pass to Kidd. Uncovered. That's good. And it's Marion with the assist. Kidd's got 7 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
They set the pick. Outside Terry. Sean Marion grabs the miss. San Antonio's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And here's Bibby from the arc. Wang pulls it in. Outside Artest. Pass to Terry. This one for 3. And it's Terry again missing. Spurs trail by 7. Kidd with it. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. For the 3. Offensive rebound. Outside Jackson. Terry against Bibby. Pass to Jackson. Kidd with it. There's the 3. Comes up empty here. That puts him at 3 for 6.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Terry against Bibby. On the wing, Jason Terry. He had 13 points in the win against Philadelphia. The Spurs have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And now, your Spurs dance team.
A different look now for San Antonio. Weber comes in for Eddie Kerr. And Smith subbed in for Jackson. Then for the Mavericks, Turkoglu comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Gilbert Arenas subbed in for Ron Artest. .143 left in the first half. Kidd dishes to Marion. Got a piece of it. Now it's Battier running. He can go all the way. And Battier throws it down.
And there's the speed that Battier possesses, using it to cap off the break there.
Spurs trail by 11. Now Bibby. He's got 10. Pass to Weber. We've got 1:08 left now here in the second.
And this is where Weber really eats. Excellent job drawing the foul inside.
The Spurs have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
That free throw good from Weber.
And how unique is Weber? A smooth shooting big man with some sick handles.
Ilgauskas is checked in for the Spurs. Jackson comes in for Bibby. Tyson Chandler is checked in for the Mavericks. Nowitzki comes in for Hedo Turkoglu.
Really always full display.
Terry kicks to Battier. No good on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Marion. Fades back, and the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut to just 7 points in the basket from Weber.
Just another level to the scoring game with Chris Weber there.
Nowitzki with the screen on Kidd. Nowitzki outside. Now here's Arenas. Kicks it out to Nowitzki. Stolen by Weber. Kidd against Terry. Back to Kidd. Outside Jackson. Marion setting the pick for Jackson. Bangs home the trifecta. And now it's just a 4-point Dallas lead.
Right there, Marion, by screening as well as he did, opened up space for the shooter.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The Mavericks on top. They're up by 4. And we'll get going after this from AT&T Center. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've seen Mike Bibby really having a great game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kidd passes to Marion. Pass to Weber. Back to Marion. Here's Kidd. Shot clock at 5. It's Jackson atop the key. And a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in. Jackson's got the first points of the second half here for San Antonio. Nowitzki outside. Back to Terry. Battier for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Battier's got his second bucket of the night.
He's got that twitch. Battier knew he had to get rid of it quickly, and he did.
Pass to Marion. Now Jackson. Spurs working the ball around now. Weber in the post. Defended by Nowitzki. Jackson from long range. Mavericks with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Jackson.
Nowitzki's so good at filling out the defense and forcing them to foul him.
First trip to the line for him here. And the first one drops. Both shots good from the strike.
And for his size, Nowitzki's abilities as a shooter are really special. This guy can knock it down as if he played in the backcourt.
Now here's Kidd. 7 points in the game. Here's Weber, and Weber throws it down.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Nowitzki outside. Battier outside. Pass to Nowitzki. Now here's Arenas. No good on the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Marion dishes the Kidd. Trying to find Weber. He's got it now. Jackson has the open look. Mavericks with the rebound. Nowitzki's got 4 rebounds in this game. And stolen by Ilgauskas. Pass to Jackson. Now Ilgauskas. Outside Kidd. Weber kicks to Jackson. And it's off from 3-point range. Mavericks leading by 5. Terry the pass to Battier. Count that one. Battier's got 7 points.
Any points Battier gives you, I think, is found money. Shane is so good defensively, we forget about his offensive prowess.
Throws it up high, and Weber throws it down.
And how about Weber there rising up for the alley-oop? Great at recognizing there. He's got the room to hammer that one home.
And it'll be the Mavericks with their first time out here of the game. Mike Bibby's checked in for San Antonio. Ron Artest is checked in for Dallas. Spurs on defense, trailing by 5. Arenas up top. He's covered by Kidd.
Arenas is so relentless in attacking the basket. Always puts all kinds of pressure on the defense.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Arenas, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. Here's Bibby. He's got 10. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Kidd passes to Weber. 6 on the shot clock. Over Nowitzki and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Weber's got 12 in the game. Mavericks leading by 4. Terry outside. Pass to Arenas. Jacks up a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 12.
And so far, Arenas is feeling it. Fiery offensive games like this are why they call this man the hibachi.
Now, here is Bibby.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left in the third. Now, here is Weber, defended by Nowitzki. Weber can't hit.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
And it's Artest missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
There's 1:26 left in the third. Terry kicks to Nowitzki. Dallas moving it around. Nowitzki with the screen on Jackson. Back to Arenas. No good from outside. Spurs trail by 5. Pass to Weber. Over Nowitzki. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. And the Spurs with some changes. Joe Smith, he's checked in for Ilgauskas. And it's Crawford in for Kidd. Dallas also making some changes. Morning's checked in for Chandler. And Turkoglu is subbed in for Terry. Artest on the wing, guarded by Crawford. And a wide open look for Arenas. Drains the three-pointer. Arenas has got 7 now in this quarter.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And here's Jackson. Gilbert Arenas getting it to go from deep. Weber, the pass to Bibby. Crawford right side. Pass to Jackson. Just 4 to shoot. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Artest. Rebounded by the Spurs. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. They get it back. Smith dishes to Bibby. Deep 2 from Crawford. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Crawford's got his first bucket of the night.
Boy, that was a superb pass by Bibby right there.
And so it's Dallas with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. Back right after this. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Terry outside. To the wing on the left. The fader. Rebound by Smith.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Marion. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
Marion is capable of playing and defending multiple positions. Makes him a valuable and effective two-way player.
First one falls for him. And Marion drops them both. And it's Terry with the ball for the Mavericks. Pass to Wang. Back to Terry. Just 5 on the clock. With the teardrop. Battier, that's for 2. No good with the wing jumper. Spurs trail by 4. Here's Kidd. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Kidd doing a nice job snaking inside. I like that move. Terrific at maneuvering, eel-like, all the way to the rim.
Pass to Terry. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. The three-pointer is right on target. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
The Spurs shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Smith kicks to Bibby. Over Terry. The wide open look here for Marion. That's good. And it's Bibby with the assist that time. Bibby's got 3 assists now in this one. Timeout, Mavs. Ilgauskas is checked in for Leighton. The Mavericks also with a sub. Chandler's checked in. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, during the last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to the head coach of the Mavericks talk with his team. He told him he liked the way they were working, but he said we have to really get after it. All we need is a couple of stops. Keep your focus. We'll see if they can close it out. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Now here's Terry. Morning passes to Chandler. Artest on the way. He's covered by Kidd. Artest, good.
Artest making his case inside.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Bibby with it. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Weber, he's checked in for the Spurs. Jackson comes in for Jason Kidd. Now, here is Battier. Outside, Arenas. They grab their own miss. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Second chance shot. And the layup is good.
Agent Zero, a.k.a. Gilbert Arenas on the pick and roll. That is a problem. You have to stop the ball first because Arenas is looking to score.
Spurs trail by 6. And here's Bibby. Pass to Jackson. Weber outside. 6 to shoot. Over Nowitzki. It's rebounded by Dallas. Chandler's got 4 rebounds in this game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Weber.
I love the fact that Nowitzki always ready to handle the contact and punishment, especially inside.
2 shots.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Mavericks.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And you can't ignore their passing. All game long, they've done a great job of just delivering the ball in rhythm right where it needs to be.
A free throw drops for Dirk Nowitzki.
You know, with the style of game he has, seems like no matter the system, he's going to succeed.
Jason Kidd's checked in for the Spurs. Terry's checked in for the Mavericks. And so he makes both from the line.
Well, you can't overlook any trip to the line. These points could end up making the difference.
Outside Kidd. Pass to Jackson. Ilgauskas with it. Outside Kidd. Jackson passes to Marion. Over Battier. A shot by Marion, no good.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Arenas dishes to Terry. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the San Antonio Spurs. 8-point game. And stolen by Nowitzki. Here's the break. Outside Arenas. Chandler outside. And Chandler throws it down.
And you can tell Arenas just has that ability as a distributor. He can pick out the ready shooter and get them the rock.
Timeout Spurs. And look at Gilbert Arenas. What a contribution.
He's on another level right now. Knocking down threes left and right. The defense isn't doing their job, and I think they've got to talk about it quickly.
Terry against Kidd. Fader on the way. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Unnecessary to go to the fadeaway there. It wasn't needed. Could have just kept it simple and taken the easy shot.
And Chandler throws it down.
Oh, good vision from Terry. Able to find an open teammate there for the deuce.
Spurs trail by 12. Outside Kidd to the inside. Nowitzki with the steal. Arenas adds a two-pointer, and it's Dallas with another.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Got a piece of it. Battier with the steal. Weber. Out to Marion. Jackson passes to Kidd. Jackson setting the pick here for Kidd. Here's Weber. And a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Mavericks.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Gilbert Arenas.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised. And you almost have to climb a ladder to guard Ilgauskas.
At the line for your Spurs, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Good on both. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Here's Francis. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.